When the ponytail gets high, that's when you know we're getting serious, guys. I don't have a bubble butt, so you have to make one. So we've been pretty much hitting glutes, or a little bit of glutes, like every single day to just keep a constant pump in them, constant stimulation to keep them full. So that's also the reason why we're having a lot of food, is to keep them full, push the food to the muscles so we don't look so drawn. Years. It's just years of consistent training, years of like spot training, but it's more about like the mind to muscle connection and really making sure that like you're actually contracting the muscles that you're wanting to work, and knowing that like certain movements, you know, quads can take over, and if your quads take over, like stop, lower your weight. Like for me, I don't try to lift like as heavy as I can, because I can make, you know, 25-pound plates feel heavy if you're contracting the muscle correctly. So, I mean, I've been bodybuilding since 2013, so the glutes didn't always look like this. I also lost them by doing too much cardio back, when was that, 2018? So I had to rebuild them, and I'm finally happy with how they look now. So excited to be back in the top 10. It was definitely a harder like look for me to achieve, because I like the shredded, super duper lean look. So we had to be very strategic about how we brought me in. Food, a lot of carbs, a lot of fat, so it was just mentally, it was different for me. I mean, I always eat a lot, but the amount of fats to be able to smooth everything down, and you know, obviously that means not that it's unhealthy, but it's just a healthy thing for women to have even more fats. And you know, the bikini division is obviously like evolving and looking for a more like well-rounded physique, something that's athletic but also still has like some softness to it. So it's definitely cool to try a different look and challenging, but it's exciting because obviously, you know, we hit it and got us back in the top 10. So here we are. We're at Kissimmee Muscle in Kissimmee, Florida. Yes, totally vibing here. We were here last year. I decided to come back because they had great leg equipment. So we're gonna hit glutes today. Like this year is, well, every year is different in prep, you know, between like recovery, body work, the way that you train. There's always just new ways of doing things, new ways of recovery. So you're trying to see what works, what doesn't, make yourself look better. Because I mean, what you did last year could get you to the Olympia, or could get you, you know, a first place win, but it doesn't always mean that it's going to continue to work. So you kind of have to continue finding ways of refining your body and making it look better and better and better, because you can't bring, you know, 2018 physique to 2021, because every year it looks a little different. Every year things change. This year is like really different for me, because normally like we bring me in like super duper little and lean and tight, but you know, the look that they're going for this year is definitely something a little bit more rounder, a little bit more pop to the muscles versus being super shredded. So it's been nice not to have to get to that like super diet face for your face, looks like a skeleton, and you know, keeping fats at a higher, healthier spot. And you know, food is high. Food's really high, so I mean that's normal for me for every peak week, but it's just nice to see that there's a little bit of like a sway in a little bit of like a, I hate using this word, like softer look for the bikini division, just because it's not so grainy and hard. Because when I get super lean and grainy and hard, it's just like I get too hard for like the category. So we're keeping me at a little bit softer. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see what this looks like. Now I really like coming here because they have the same equipment that I've been using throughout my entire prep. So I don't like switching it up. My body responds well, so it's better to keep everything about the same while you're in prep, especially during peak week, so that your body doesn't all of a sudden seize up or, you know, something happens. So go with what you know. It's not about lifting a ton of weights and trying to PR or max out. For me, it's just about getting a pump. One of the things that they always got on me, competing wise, is my quads. My quads would always be too separated for the bikini division. So like this year we focused on a lot of like rehab body work. So every day before I would do legs, we would focus on cupping my legs. So we would take like the suction cup and like drag it to through my legs to break up all the fascia. So like I would always have bruises on my legs throughout this entire prep, which looked a little awkward. Helps smooth it out, because when I do get lean, my legs get a little grainy and like a little, there's just too many adhesions. So just to get a nicer like clean sweep, we've done that pretty much every day.